Hi everyone, it's Marie here from Cannes, and it is 1 week until registration's open. Are you getting excited yet? I know I am. I have spent heaps of time the last few weeks getting the form up to date and ready and all organised for you. And in fact, it's been going through beta testing the last few days, which has been awesome. Now, I do want to say, I have to warn you, I'm doing this video from home during the school holidays, which means that I've got a little man right over my shoulder here watching very, very interestedly. So, and he's been told to be keeping super quiet. So you better watch out because he might say hello. There you go. There's a finger. And also too, we may get some dogs wander past. So don't get alarmed about that. I'll try not to. See, there he is. Photo bombing, video bombing from the little man. Right. I wanted to talk about a few things to make sure you are organised for registration day, because let's face it, it is a huge day and it is a day that can get pretty crazy. So I just want to make sure you're as prepared as you can be, and I've worked really, really hard to try and make sure that things will go as smoothly as they will go for you. So the first thing is making sure you know what it is that you're registering for. So all of those classes are up onto the website. Now, if you're just doing registration to attend the event and you're not really terribly phased about classes, but you'll be doing all the other events that are associated around Cannes, registration is going to be a doddle for you. So don't, it will be seriously pretty easy. The first thing that you have to remember is when the registration form goes live, the first box you must click is event registration. That will unlock all of the classes. I know in the frenzy last year, loads of people forgot to do this and got really panicked because they thought the form wasn't working. The form is working, but you must check event registration. Really, really important that that happens. So that's first and foremost. And then know what classes you want to do. Don't be alarmed if you miss out, and also too, don't be alarmed if you get a email saying that you're on a wait list for the class. All classes have been loaded with a 5-person wait list, okay, a 5-person wait list. I've not done beyond 5 because I found that I've never ever, since I've had the wait list, which has been 4 years, been able to place any more than beyond number 5 on a list into a class. And I just believe by having a longer list, all it does is create false hope that you'll possibly get in a class. So I think that's really important to understand. So there are wait lists in there. Those wait lists are important, and the reason I have them is for some reason you can't attend a class. Things happen, you know, you're registering in May for an event at the end of August. It means that you can contact me. Hi Lynn, you can contact me and you can and I can let you know essentially, or let the next person on the wait list know. So even though your ticket to a class is non-refundable, I try really, really hard to on-sale those for you, and I'm reasonably successful at it. So always contact me in the first instance, because I will go to a wait list if I have them, and then we'll work to get those tickets on-sold if you can't attend. So those are something that you definitely need to remember. I have 2 payment options this year, credit card and bank deposit. Credit card is preferred in the sense that it's instant and those payments come through straight away. I'm happy with bank deposit, but I am going to be pretty strict this year. I'd spent a lot of time last year chasing people for payment, and I was pretty good about it, but I think this year there is a lot of intensity around classes and people wanting to attend classes. So I want to make sure that if you are attending a class and you are picking the invoicing option so you can pay by bank deposit, that you do place those deposits in within 48 hours. I've put that in the term and conditions. And the reason for that is that, you know, there are people, a lot of people book into classes, can't get into them. It's really, really important that you make sure you pay for that in that timely fashion, because I just had some that I chased last year who were booking, waiting for paydays or things like that. And to be honest, people, that's just not fair. You don't get that option with booking concert tickets or event tickets or anything like that. I do it because I have a lot of businesses attend, and this is a way for them to be able to get invoiced for their businesses. So please, if you are choosing that option, you do need to pay and have the funds to pay for it within 48 hours. And PayPal, also direct PayPal is fine. Some don't want to use credit card, but you do have a direct PayPal option. You just pick the invoice option, and then I can let you know what my PayPal email is, and you can just do a direct PayPal to PayPal. I'm all good with that. Right, I've been setting up a Facebook group this morning, so I've just been putting my tutors and early birds in there, which are my volunteers, and getting that started. So once you book, you get a confirmation email. There is a link in that email to that group. So that group we've got the Ravelry group. We've got a great group on Ravelry, actually, really cool group over there. Leanne Munro is one of the sort of main people over there. She's wonderful. That Stitch Union, the knits, Kilts and Quilts, I think is Leanne's red's name, and she's great. She's really good at getting everyone excited about knitting projects to where it can, and that's an awesome group there, so make sure you're joining that. But I have set up a separate Facebook group this year, and I've done that really because it's a community where everyone can be together. It's more interactive, but also to the with the regular page and the way Facebook works now, not everybody gets to see all the information. So I needed a group, as well as the newsletters, as well as the videos and everything else that I do, where I could communicate with everybody directly that's in attendance, but also too, it's more instant if you need to get hold of me as well. So that has been set up this year. The things I learn, from the skeins, I learned that from the skeins. So, and also too, that group will be really, really good at organising things like accommodation hookups, if you're looking to share rooms, or organising meetings or other things, knit-togethers and stuff around the village during the event. So that group, that is a community that is there for you. So do feel free to use it. So once you get registered, make sure you go and join that group. Lights Up Knitting at the Globe Theatrette is definitely happening this year. So I have booked the Thursday early evening again for that. So for those who are in on the Thursday night. But once we get registered, Louisa has also given me a couple of matinee options as well for the weekend. So once we get everybody in, I'll take it to the group, and if there is enough, because the theatre only seats 45, if we can get enough for a matinee, we may be able to do a Saturday or a Sunday morning matinee as well. So that's something to look forward to. The soiree. I have moved the soiree this year, and I have moved it to a Friday night. I took a leaf out of Miss Morag's book in Dunedin. She had a welcome event for her unwind, and it was just so much better. Everybody has got the most amazing energy on a Friday night because they're so excited to be there. So it makes sense to actually have the event. It will do something that night when we're all fresh and excited and feeling really, really good. So I've booked a place called the Urban Winery, which is brand spanking new. It wasn't here at Cannes last year. It is directly, it's in the British American Tobacco Building, or the Rothmans Building, which is arguably the most famous Art Deco building in Napier, which is in the heart of Ahuriri. So it's in that building. There's a side entrance to it directly opposite the Four Square. And the other nice thing about this place is that it's also a 2-minute walk to all the bars and restaurants, both in the Ahuriri village and in West Quay. So the event is sort of 6 till 9, and it's basically designed, as soon as you finish classes, you can walk across to the event. So from East Pier or the Crown Hotel, it's only about a 3-minute walk. And it's basically, I've hired it as a gorgeous building. It's it is literally a working winery, and there'll be some canapes, there'll be some nice music, but the most important thing is there's seating. So there's loads of tables and benches and places that you can basically get together, sit, mingle, have a knit. I'm possibly looking at doing maybe 1 or 2 activities while we're there, but ultimately it's just a place where everybody can gather together, have a couple of quiet drinks, and then maybe head out to dinner afterwards, or pop back to your accommodation for something light and quiet, whatever, it's up to you. So that has that has been booked. So I'm really excited to be getting that. It's just a really, really lovely space. So that is the soiree at the Urban Winery. Tickets are limited on that because they've only got a certain capacity. So if you're thinking of doing the soiree, do make sure you book those tickets early. The good news about the soiree is you don't have to be registered for Cannes. So if you're traveling with a partner or you've got some friends here locally who aren't coming to Cannes but you want to catch up with them, that's actually an event that they can come to and have a drink with you and get the atmosphere of Cannes without doing a full registration. Skeins. It's all happening again at Skeins. I have got the shuttles running again. I've got just a single shuttle running on the Friday. So if you're in between classes, you can head over, or even before classes, registrations and classes start, you can head over to Skeins and have a look around. And I'll have 2 shuttles running on Saturday to ferry people over for the class over there and also get you to the tours. There'll be tours on Saturday. So that's definitely happening. Tours again are free of charge. Those shuttles are free of charge. Nice and simple. So yeah, if you're just doing basic registration, those are some events that you can do without costing you too much. But you can spend lots on Skeins. I won't mind, trust me. That's all good. But other than that, those are definitely running again. And the other new thing that's happening this year, which again, you don't have to have event registration to check out, but you, so if you've got people who are local not going to the event but want to be part of the atmosphere, is immediately adjacent the Crown Hotel. It's actually sandwiched between the Crown Hotel, the Globe Theaterette and the Navigate Hotel. There is a village green that some, if you visited before, may have seen, and there is a large 40-foot shipping container that's been converted into a retail space, and that's basically it's a pop-up that you can rent, and I've secured that, and I've already spoken to 2 fantastic people, traders who are going to occupy that space, and I've got one more that I'm chasing, and that space will be open to the public, so it is not limited by Cannes registrations. So you can actually go and check that space out Friday, Saturday and Sunday across the weekend at Cannes. So that's really, really cool if you're not actually attending the weekend proper or just doing Sunday morning. So that is something new this year. And I'm also working on a couple of other little irons in the fire as well, which will be hopefully events that you will not need pre-registration for. So there's still plenty of things happening. Nathan Day. Nathan's still trying to get his head around the fact that people want to spend a day with him. I know. Of course you want to spend a day with Nathan. Now, Nathan Day there's lots of buzz around Nathan Day. So if you're wanting to do Nathan Day, do book early for that. The full cost for that is, I did advertise it at $345, which included the $95 registration. The way the form has beta tested out, I've had to separate it. So you'll see that the cost on that is slightly different, and it's because you need to click event registration to unlock Nathan Day. So the amount has been reduced by, I think it's now down to $250. Yes, $250. So make sure you click event registration, and then the Nathan Day is the one directly below that. So that is all there, locked and loaded. And also the dinner afterwards. Once I have everybody for that, I will let you know what's going on with the dinner, and we can get all that sorted. That's no problem. And if you haven't heard, he is doing a tour around New Zealand after he has been with us here at Cannes. So he's going to Wellington, he's also going to Dunedin, New Plymouth and Auckland. So if you do miss out, or you know people that couldn't make it to Cannes, he is actually doing a tour, and he's also he's doing a date in Sydney and a date in Melbourne as well. And then he's flying, which is now official. Well, he put it on his Instagram, so I'm assuming it's official. He's then doing Vogue Knitting Live in San Francisco. It's really exciting, very exciting for him. So I'm super, super pleased for him, and super pleased for us too, because that means we get him before they get him, which is really exciting. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all you need to know for now, because there's loads of information that will happen after registrations. But the most important thing is to get your registrations booked, locked and loaded. I'll definitely be around by the computer all day registration day, fixing any bugs. And then I do head off to Creative Fibre Festival a couple of days, a day or two after that. So just in case around the sort of 2nd, 3rd, you're finding me a bit tough to get hold of, it is because I will be travelling and doing a few things, but that don't matter, I'm not too far away. So in the meantime, get yourselves organised, set your alarms for 10 a.m. New Zealand time next Tuesday, and make sure that you are calm. You know, it's all going to be good. Things are going to be great. Can't wait to see everybody. And if you have any questions in the meantime, honestly, don't hesitate to drop me a note and I can see what I can do. So until then, I might talk to you again, but if I don't, good luck next week.